If you're not serious about making progress in drum and bass production, then this video isn't probably for you. I used to live like everyone else. Bad sleep, bad food, no energy. My music took forever to finish and I couldn't focus. You know that feeling when you come home from work or school and you feel motivated, ready to make some music, you grab an energy drink or coffee, try to push through, but barely get anything done, and sometimes even the coffee or energy drink doesn't help. That was me until I changed how I live and realized that I need to do something. And in this video, I'll share with you what I did in order to get my energy back, focus better, and finish my music. So before COVID, I used to live classic life, bad habits, alcohol, etc. But as there were no events, I had plenty of time. I also had to travel every day to meet my girlfriend. I traveled 1 hour to her place and 1 hour back. We were very far from each other. I had plenty of time to watch podcasts, and from those podcasts, I found out what books should I read, and in my free time I read about health, sleep, nutrition, communication skills, neuroscience, but I wasn't very motivated to make music, so that's why I preferred improving my health and focusing on studying about my health, because there were no events anyway and I just didn't have the motivation to make any music. So first thing that I started to improve immediately was sleep. I used to sleep for about 5 hours, 4 hours sometimes, and then during the day I was like a zombie and I couldn't focus. Sometimes I would sleep during being on my computer and my work, so I would fall asleep, and that need to change. So I started to go to bed earlier. I tried to have 7 to 9 hours every day. Sometimes it was difficult to really be disciplined and really stand up and go to wind down, take shower and go to bed. But it needs to be done if you really want to focus, if you want to comprehend more information, and if you know what needs to be done, but you just can't finish anything. Then I eliminated some bad habits like smoking, alcohol. I used to drink every weekend and I smoked every day almost half a box or sometimes even whole box of cigarettes, which was terrible. I had to go smoking every 30 minutes or every hour, and it was very bad. Until with my girlfriend we decided that from one day we stop. We tried some techniques how to stop with cigarettes, but it didn't work. So we said to ourselves that we stop, and from tomorrow we are no smokers. And since then we only had like once or twice on some gig, but I didn't have cigarette for about 3-4 years. Then alcohol, I don't drink on events where I play, or I don't drink beer during week. I used to love beer and I would enjoy, after tough day drinking some beer, but it really isn't good for me, so I really eliminated it. Third thing that needed the biggest improvement was my diet. I eliminated foods that aren't good for me. I read many books and watched a lot of podcasts to really find out what foods aren't good for me. So I eliminated the bad foods, and then I tried to find what foods aren't good specifically for my body, and I try to eliminate those foods. It's kind of hard to find what foods your body isn't tolerating, but it's really worth it. So I completely stopped eating candies, no Snickers for snacks, processed foods, fried food. Of course, from time to time, we just like to eat that, but it's like 2 times a month. It's not every day like it used to be. And I started to eat more vegetables, fruits, foods that are just not processed, mostly meat, fish, vegetables, olive oil, nuts. I completely stopped drinking sweet drinks, lemonades, and I started to drink more water and coffee. Later, I stopped drinking coffee completely because I just was a bit irritated and I couldn't focus. So I realized that coffee isn't good for me. So now I drink just water and take some supplements, which leads me to think that I started to do blood work every 6 months in order to find out what my body needs and what supplements should I take. So I avoid wasting money on supplements that my body doesn't need. Next thing that I really started to care about was my mind. I used to do meditation already from 15 years old, but it was pretty inconsistent and I just didn't do it every day. And since COVID, I started to do meditation every single day, and I started to see the benefits immediately. And all I did was just focusing on my inhales and exhales for 10 minutes every day before sleep. And then I, of course, tried some other meditations, some longer meditations. And now I do transcendental meditation, which is 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the evening. It really is something that I can't live without. Already the mindfulness meditation where you focus on your breath, that did crazy things to me. I was able to focus better. I didn't have that much fights with my girlfriend because I could control my mind, and I wouldn't be so angry every time. Mainly when I would work on my songs or some tasks that needs to be done, I wouldn't care about the thoughts that are interrupting my attention, and I always could bring back focus to the tasks that I wanted. So think about meditation like a training of your mind, where you focus on your breath, and during the meditation you always have some distracting thoughts, but you always bring back your attention to the breath. And if you do the meditation consistently, then your brain changes and you can focus better and you perceive reality better, and everything is just better. I will do definitely more in-depth video about meditation in future because it's really something I'm really passionate about, and I would like to give you the information that I learned so that you can use it too. Next thing was that I started to care about my body more, and I would focus on more exercise but also on the proper recovery, and I started to exercise more outside. So I started to do calisthenics and running. I didn't spend 2 hours in the gym, you know. I tried to do my workouts max in 60 minutes so that I have more time on music and I don't deplete all of my energy on the exercise, but I feel more energized than before the exercise. If you are really tight on time, then I highly recommend high intensity interval training. It's like you can do anything, but what I found the easiest is that you run for 1 minute as hard as you can, and then you rest for about a minute or as you feel rested, and you repeat this for 5 cycles, and like this you exercise for 15 minutes. And there are some crazy benefits, and it's always like if I would drink few cups of coffee, and it's awesome for my energy. I'm curious, what are you doing to improve your focus energy? Let me know in the comments, and I see you in my next video.